Namaste. I want to thank Richa and all other organizers of CasteCon23. And I want to recognize all the Hindu activists who have relentlessly worked to counter SB 403. It started in 2001 in the internationalization of the caste narrative when United Nations organized the World Conference Against Racism in Dublin. Then in 2011, there was a caste-based discrimination issue that was brought up in the United Kingdom. There were a dozen other international resolutions on castes in a decade and a half. Conferences were held, books were written, and scholarly articles were published. Equality Lab published a primer on caste in 2015, followed by the caste survey that was published in 2018. Every academician, major media, TV channel, newspapers, and magazines started highlighting the caste oppression in America. We had a collective yawn. After all, our kids were smart enough to get into the universities, we had great jobs, and that's really all that mattered. There's a song that says, they found a piece of paradise and built a city there. Didn't want to see the future. Once upon a time in America. Once upon a time in America. Then Cisco case came. It made us a bit uncomfortable. Then came Santa Clara County, Seattle, and now SB 403. If we ever needed a jolt, one that was bigger than Red Bull or 5-hour energy, we got one. With SB 403, every Hindu is an upper caste oppressor. If you're a vegetarian, you're a casteist oppressor. You say namaskar, check. Your daughter or son says Sanskrit shlokas, check. Does a classical dance, celebrates Holi, check and check. You attended a Patel convention, check. You got a presidential appointment, better abandon your last name. Ask Celine Gonder what she went through, and then check. You used certain construction workers for your mandir. Ask BAPS what happened, and then check. This stated goal of people who are pushing this caste narrative and pushing bills like SB 403 is to dismantle Hindu way of life and Hindu dharma. And the law will then allow some self-identified disgruntled employee to sue you with the full power of state. They're coming after our jobs, our motels, they're coming after our mandirs, and then they're coming after our kids. They'll make sure that our kids are bullied, they're harassed, they're made to play a role play game as caste and play caste oppressors in elementary schools, as they've been doing in Bay Area, and made to take a guilt trip to submit to the religion that seeks submission. That is what is happening in UK, as per the latest survey by the Henry Jackson Society. Now, no Hindu is ignoring. The bill's definition may not include South Asian, Indian, or Hindu. However, when it comes to targeting, discrimination, persecution, and prosecution, definition of caste will emerge from the shallow knowledge embedded in the California school textbooks, from the colonialist academicians with disdain for Hindu dharma, and unscientific and unbiased survey. Non-profit organizations that rely on funding from foundations with vested interest, and for-profit organization that seeks to peddle the caste narrative as corporate training will then ensure that the bill's target remains exclusively people who follow the dharmic traditions of Hindu, Jain, Sikh, and Buddhist. There's a plethora of evidence indicating that one level deep network connects all of these seemingly disparate groups, the ones that that are vandalizing the statues of Mahatma Gandhi, the ones that are setting Indian consulate in San Francisco on fire, the ones that are attacking the essence of Hindu Dharma, or those who are protesting the prioritized asylum for Hindus who are persecuted in India's neighborhood. We at HinduPact unequivocally condemn the vote by the California Senate, the State Assembly Judiciary Committee, and we do not accept the minor modifications that are made to the bill. The bill still refers to caste, and as long as there's a reference to caste, we firmly believe that it exclusively targets American Hindus, and especially Hindus who trace the national origin to India. We, as Asian Americans, have felt the adverse impact of discrimination by Harvard and other prominent universities. The Supreme Court voted for fairness. We believe singling out and targeting American Hindus and those with origin in Indian subcontinent will also not withstand the scrutiny of law. The World Hindu Council of America, or VHPA, and various of VHPA initiatives have built a grassroots network to fight SB 403. HinduPact has run legislative campaigns, signature campaigns, conducted webinars, and created material for mass awareness. HMEC, or Hindu Mandir Executives Conference, which works with hundreds of mandirs, have created awareness through webinar. We have created posters, which are available, by the way, to any mandir who wants them, for printing and posting them on the mandir premises. And we have also created a toolkit for mandirs to understand the issue and to counter it. Our Hindu Business Network initiative has worked with AHOA and Asian American Store Owners Association to impress upon motels and small business owners and store owners the importance of this particular bill. We have created a special toolkit for small businesses. Hindu Dvesha, or Hindu Phobia initiative of VHPA, has provided well-studied research on SB 403 and its impact on American Hindus. American Hindus Against Defamation, AHAD, has generated grassroots awareness about the ecosystem of hate in American and global context. Today, we are humbled by the grassroots karyakartas from Northern California to Southern California and Central California. You have made multiple trips to Sacramento. You have sacrificed your weekends. You have organized meetups with politicians and community groups, and you have walked the talk. This is a long fight, but with your commitment, our contribution, but really it's your commitment to do the grassroots work, to help awaken every single issue, I'm confident that we are going to win this long fight. And with that, once again, I thank everyone for being here. My apologies for not being there in person. Thank you, and let's fight on. Namaste.